The Middle East is once again on the brink of all-out war. In a stunning and dangerous escalation, Iran has fired a barrage of 30 missiles directly at Israel. This dramatic military response follows a series of bold U.S. airstrikes on key Iranian nuclear sites. The entire region is now holding its breath as tensions between these rival nations continue to spiral out of control. In the early hours of this morning, Israeli air defense sirens wailed across major cities as Iran's missiles streaked through the sky. Residents were forced to take cover in bomb shelters, while Israeli military systems scrambled to intercept the incoming threats. According to reports, the majority of the missiles were successfully intercepted by Israel's advanced Iron Dome system. However, several managed to strike targets in central and northern Israel, causing widespread damage and multiple civilian injuries. This assault marks a major turning point in the conflict. Just days earlier, U.S. forces carried out coordinated strikes on several Iranian nuclear facilities. These high-precision attacks were aimed at halting Iran's suspected nuclear weapons program, following intelligence reports that the program had accelerated in recent months. In response, Iran vowed swift and forceful retaliation, promising that their enemies would pay a heavy price. Iran's supreme leader issued a fiery statement, declaring that the missile attack was only the beginning of a larger response. He accused the United States and Israel of attempting to destabilize the region and warned of further military actions if what he called acts of aggression continued. The Iranian government has since placed its armed forces on full alert, while urging neighboring countries to stay out of the conflict. The situation on the ground in Israel remains tense. Emergency crews are working around the clock to assess damage and treat the wounded. Schools and public transportation have been suspended in many areas, and thousands of Israelis remain in bomb shelters as military officials warn of potential follow-up attacks. Global leaders have reacted with alarm to this dramatic escalation. The United Nations has called for an emergency session to address the crisis. Meanwhile, European nations are urging restraint on all sides and warning that a wider regional war could have catastrophic consequences for the world economy and security. Analysts believe that Iran's decision to target Israel directly, rather than American bases in the region, sends a clear message. Iran appears determined to challenge Israel head-on, escalating a long-standing shadow conflict into open warfare. This dangerous new phase threatens to draw in other regional powers, creating the risk of a much larger and more destructive conflict. The United States, for its part, has reaffirmed its commitment to defending Israel. President Biden condemned the Iranian missile attacks and stated that American forces in the region are prepared to respond to any further provocations. U.S. Navy carrier strikes are now on heightened alert, and additional air defense systems are being deployed to American bases in the Middle East. Markets have already begun to react to the news, with oil prices surging on fears of disruptions to Persian Gulf shipping lanes. Economists warn that a prolonged conflict could severely impact global energy supplies, sending fuel prices soaring around the world. As the world watches this crisis unfold, one question remains: how far will this conflict go? With both Iran and Israel vowing to defend themselves and retaliate if attacked again, the risk of further escalation is very real. The coming days will be critical as diplomats work frantically behind the scenes to de-escalate the situation and prevent an all-out war. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest global news.